Welcome everyone to Ep.5 of the CubeCast. Here with me again and Christy, and we're going to be interviewing Jesse, who's a member of Sage Movement.
Yeah. This is
Let's
good.
get
Yeah.
going.
If anyone's checked out, Jesse's handle on Instagram is Jesse Green, but between every letter is an underscore. So Jesse underscore
Your
G
name.
underscore. Yeah,
I don't do it.
I love it. Yeah, but if you have a chance to check out any of his stuff, this guy is a freak. Like I love skating with Jesse. Like it's just, I don't know what you're gonna pull off next. That's what's so great about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, if you could only see you, you know what I mean. It's great.
It just keeps getting crazier. That's my hope.
Well, so saying that, like, do you have any like goals in parkour? So to do competition or show up at Red Bull one day?
Like if I'm traveling and there's some competition that like is reasonably nearby, or I would totally do a trip just for that. Like some kind of like the kind of competition I would really want to go in is like a speed competition that's just over like a bunch of just like huge obstacles. Like I've seen a couple of those, and like I think they had one in Hiroshima, like in 2016 or something, and it was just like huge walls and everybody was just climbing over them, and it was just like raw parkour, just straight to the point. It was pretty sick. I hope they do more of those.
Me.
Yeah, I'd really like to see you do a speed comp.
I really want to find some because I don't know. I feel like I might be able to be decent at them.
Oh, for sure.
Speed freaks me out, but seeing you in the gym and just any place that you're training, it's totally up your alley.
Yeah, it just sounds fun, just going as fast as you can over like a big landscape, like a bunch of obstacles. Yeah.
Well, he totally nailed the monkey movement, that's for sure.
I guess I'll go back here. Like I always like to start at everyone's starting point in their parkour journey. So, how old were you, and like when did you start training parkour?
Well, I guess I first kind of heard about it and went to like a gym probably like when I was like 12 or 13, and I kind of like learned like some basic stuff like a backflip, like a really crappy side flip, and kind of plateaued from there. And then when I was like probably like 16, 17, I saw like videos on Instagram of just like how good people got, and I didn't realize you could get that good. Like the sport had come so far since when I was like 12 or 13, and like I was just I feel like I still have a window where I could like train and get to that level, and I'm still working towards it. But like yeah, that's
Ah,
basically.
wow, 12, 13, hey. Were you already going to, because I remember when you were pretty young going to Panthers, like the drop-ins there.
Around like probably like 16 or 17.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I only started really doing parkour like seriously and like structuring my training and like progressing like hard moves probably when I was like 17, 18. Before that, it was just like I had like a good base of like basic knowledge of like I did like a decent amount of other sports and stuff, and like was in good shape, so it was easier to start off, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
What other sports were you involved in before parkour then? Like any
Uh,
competitively or
I did like track. Actually did cross country in high school, which is like not hard. It's like it like takes away your explosive movement, but like I used to be really fast as a kid, but like when I did cross country, like I was just like slow, like
yeah.
taking explosive movements. But I remember doing speed skating as a kid, and like yeah, just some track in high school, and I've always just like kept like I've always liked doing exercise, so I've always kept like a decent like fitness regimen throughout
Right.
like my teenage years. So yeah,
You
Speed
keep a
skating.
drill.
speed
Explain
skating really helps because like,
the
and I did like recreational hockey as well, so it's like really good cross training because it's like explosive movements pretty much. You just like skating as fast as you can. Your legs are just like extending as fast as they can, which is pretty much jumping.
Yeah.
Me.
Wow.
Yeah, Jesse, is it true? Panthers? Did you like I don't know how to say it. Did you punch a hole with your feet through like one of the walls?
I was doing like a line, and I was too into it, and I just like ran, and I was gonna like do like a 180 off the wall, and I just like ran my foot into there, and like as my foot was going through, I was like, oh shit, like it's drywall. And the open gym got shut down after that.
Yeah. I was there that day, and I think that's the last time I was ever there because like this happens too much. They closed it down.
Yeah, I wrote an email like a couple weeks later, which was probably too late. But like, yeah.
To be honest, they should have reinforced the drywall with like plywood or something, or sheet wood, just to put it up. Like, you're in a gym, like I don't know, I whatever. That
There
was a
was
funny thing.
probably some like low key hate from the gymnasts towards the free runners training there.
Yeah, probably.
All the time.
It wasn't just like parkour people who went to the open gyms. It was like a bunch of other people.
Yeah, that was a good spot for some years there.
Really good. That was one of my favorite gyms. It had like a foam pit. It had like a nice big floor there. There weren't usually that too many people there.
Mm-hmm.
That's one place I never trained at.
Oh really?
Yeah, but I just heard the stories.
Yeah, goodness.
I had a question for you when you were speaking last, but it just slipped out of my head. But going off of that, what were your plans for 2012? Were
For 2020?
or did I say 12?
Yeah, I think he said 2020.
Let's go there. Let's start there. In 2012. Yeah, what were your plans for 2020?
Honestly, like just to make money, so I could go and like finish my I'm doing an electrical apprenticeship, and it's my last year, so I'm just gonna finish that. I was gonna finish that and then like work through this year, and then just go traveling and in for like as just like a huge no end trip for like 6 months to a year. I don't know. And then that hopefully that'll happen in like 2022 or late
Yeah.
2021.
I could totally see you doing that, just taking off. See ya, bye, Jesse.
Yeah, I got like videos of like Dom Tomato, for example. He goes on like big parkour trips and like progresses a lot just because he's traveling and training with a bunch of high level people. And it looks like that would be amazing. That's the goal.
Speaking of high level people, Don Tomato, like, didn't he comment on one of your like no gloves posts?
Yeah, he commented on like one of my videos.
That was good.
Yeah.
Like it's just because it's cold here.
I
Like
originally thought the concrete it's gonna like tear at my hands, but
yeah.
like
All right. I have a question for you, Jesse. I don't recall seeing you in the gym with a lot of injuries. Are you dealing with any injuries now, or have you dealt with one in the past? And what do you do, like chiropractics or massage or just home remedies?
okay, yeah, like I've had like a decent amount of like injuries that are like kind of bad. I've never really like seek medical attention for them. Usually they like I'll just like stay off of it, and I'll go on it as much as like my body will allow without like pain, and it usually heals really fast if I do that. Like like I recently bruised my heel. Like I thought I might have broken it. Like the entire foot swelled up. Pinky toes are getting pushed out of their sockets, and,
Ah,
and like I went to work like after that, but I was using like one leg basically and like hobbling. But like I mean, who knows? I could have had a hairline fracture, but it still kind of hurts. This was like a couple months ago, and like it was like really bruised. It was all black around there, but like it's almost better. So like yeah, I don't like going to the doctor or anything. I
The
did not
best.
have an injury. Yeah.
Well,
what was that, Tom?
say just saying he just hopes for the best.
Yeah, no doubt. It seems like it. How did you injure yourself? Was it parkour or just something like walking across the street?
No, it's usually parkour. Like
Oh,
did bent front flip over like onto like frozen grass, so it was basically like concrete, and I didn't pull my toes enough, I guess. Like
Mm,
the whole flip felt really good, and my heel was also like I bruised that heel like months before and kept re-bruising it, and just kind of just like tipped the scale, I guess, or whatever. And yeah, it was pretty bad, and I was like shit. I hope I don't have to go. Like I hope nothing's broken, but I don't think
mhm.
I can walk on it. Like
I guess too with you at your ability level and especially the power you actually have in your speed, if you mess something up, like your risk is a little higher than probably most people's, right? So the
yeah,
injuries,
I think as things
like
get big, more like it's kind of like a double-edged sword because like as things get bigger and you have more time to react in the air and like aim and stuff, but also like the speed that you're traveling at, like if you hit wrong, you're gonna like have a lot more force on your body. But I think like just like doing a lot of like training hard, but like knowing the fine line of like not going too hard and then like but still pushing yourself and like is like you just have to learn where that is and it takes like a while to and listen to your body and stuff when your body's like fresh enough to do something when it's like so you could take the bail that could be like bad that could like tear something if you weren't fresh or something like that. So you just like it's mostly just like getting really attuned to like your body and
yeah,
like having a bail option and knowing you can take it and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely like a skill in itself that you develop over time, that just knowing what you're ready for, in
Yeah.
that moment, which can fluctuate day to day. And
Yeah, you just have to you know how your body physically is and like where your mental state is at and then you just know and then usually like sessions you'll get to a point where you can just do like big stuff every session and your mental game will just be at a certain level and it's so used to being there that it won't like go away.
right, I don't think I've ever hit that point. So
It's like you just have to want it bad enough and just train. That's it. Yeah.
Well, I've seen you train before, Jesse, and you've got a different training technique. Like you're talking about going in like hot kind of thing and training and getting your big jumps out of the way or however. But I've seen you train and you just come in for a couple hours, you bang off a couple things, and then you're out. And it seems to work for you, but you know, um, training with an injury like your heel, you were saying, like parkour is such a practical sport that you're not just like walking, just like everyone else with your heel, but you're actually doing more things. So your practical sport is actually hindering you in your daily movement, which
Oh,
kind of
like because I injured my heel, I can't like walk properly anymore.
yeah, like but then you train like if you're anything like Tom and I, you still train when you're injured. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I did it before with a broken arm, I can do it now. Kind of
Well,
thing,
the thing is,
right?
like, stop training, like you'll like immediately lose stuff. So like if you, so you have to keep like a regimen to like keep yourself active so you don't lose it, because you can have an injury and like keep an active recovery regimen and like come back just like feeling just as good and strong. Whereas if you just like rested and didn't do anything, like you'd be a lot. It would take a couple weeks to get back to that level.
That's what I'm talking about. You nailed it.
now, not that I want to keep talking about injuries and everything, but have you ever had maybe it was a physical injury that caused it, but something that like psychologically you've had a
Like
block?
or something.
Yeah, we're just like you just don't want to attempt something again for a little while because you have that a little bit of fear.
Yeah, I think that's totally normal. Like if you like screwed something up and you were really confident before you did it. I can't think of something like in recent memory where that's happened, but like I can see how that could shake you up. And but I think like if you just let a bit of time pass, it would like if you really want to get good at parkour, then you'd like you'd make it a goal. Like you'd eat away at you and you'd be like I got to do it. Yeah.
Have you? So I guess you actually haven't had an injury that's really caused that for you, then, hey?
I haven't had any injuries where like I couldn't like go to day-to-day life and like function.
Right.
So like I haven't really had any like mentally traumatic experiences with like bailing or anything like that.
Well, it's not fun.
Fall off a roof. So.
Never is. Oh, never is.
Wow. Little pause here.
All right, that's fine. I'll throw something down. So in our big parkour world here in Winnipeg, and outside of it, who are some of your mentors locally or just on the screen?
Like in Winnipeg?
It doesn't matter. Whoever you like constantly follow or really aspire to, and you look up to them.
Parkour community, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I think just like I think like first starting having like a little parkour community here, like Mark running stuff was like helpful to start because like if there wasn't that, I probably would not have started. And having like a nice framework here where people were doing it, and then like for like inspiration wise, I just like see something on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, I want to learn that, and then I'll just like figure out how to learn it. And there's like people doing crazy stuff that like no one's ever done, and it looks like out of a movie or something. And then like I'll like train people in Winnipeg. Like I'll just train with like Ben, Justin, like other people, and like usually like you'll have like an off day and somebody will have an on day, and they'll like push you to they'll like do something and you'll like check in to being like on or like vice versa. And that, so it's helpful. Like training with people is like really key. Like people who is like really key to like getting better. Like people who are kind of like at your skill level and are like wanting to improve their skill level because you can like talk about stuff and then like work on a challenge together. It's way better for breaking it down.
You're so right. I love the community and being with other people. You tell them a move and then they tell you a different move or how to flow into the next one. It's just such a give and take. Yeah.
It's different than like just videos. Yeah.
Say that again.
It's different than just like seeing videos of like moves because like you can actually talk to like you can discuss it with people and everything.
Yeah, and everyone's watching the same thing you are, which is great.
So, speaking of your inspirations, who are like, do you have favorite like teams or channels that you watch a lot of?
Well, I watch Stores vlogs, I watch Dom Tomato's vlogs, and I watch some of the Modus vlogs when they come out sometimes. And but like in terms of like specific people, there's like certain people that I really like a certain move they do, like they're the favorite at that move.
Right.
But like there's so many moves that like in the whole sport that no one's good at all of them. But yeah, I like people who do stuff that I want to do. So like really big really big jumps and big like side flip precisions and stuff like that. Like I want to get really good at big side flip precisions this year. That's one of my goals.
Nice.
Who do that? Like I like George McGowan. I'll watch a lot of it. Like I'll rewatch flips because he's done some like insanely big ones.
Yeah.
I
Like,
can see you doing that.
Hopefully,
I think pretty similar styles actually between you two, like very explosive
I guess.
movement.
Yeah, that's why I like his stuff because it's like it's like the hallmark of like really clean technique combined with really insane power.
Yeah.
And like just like a regular like full running sprint Kong that like he could do it just looks insane on video. It's like such a simple movement, but it just looks really awesome.
Yeah, right. It's like anyone can Kong, really, right? But like when you get it like that, it's really mastered.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone seems to have their own kind of like niche towards this parkour. What's yours?
Silhouette, you could tell who it is. Like
yeah, you're so right. But
like Instagram videos and like I'll see it for like literally half a second, and I'll know, like my brain will like know immediately.
Scroll up or scroll down or pause. Yeah.
it would be interesting to like just silhouette everyone that you're watching and see if you can tell who it is.
Pretty easily.
That's a neat little challenge. I like that a lot, Tom. Just taking notes. What do your parents think about parkour, Jesse, and you doing it and all these like?
They obviously don't like the roof stuff, but they honestly don't like they don't like talk about it much at all, or it doesn't like affect anything really. But I don't think they're probably pretty neutral about it. They're like, oh, cool,
Neat.
jumping around. Like if I didn't have my shit together, if I wasn't like had a job and like moved out and stuff, they'd probably like hate it a lot more.
Interesting. Hmm.
Yeah, man, you've done some pretty crazy stuff, and you're fine.
So far.
So far.
Jesse, do you think you'd ever be interested in stunting, like taking it to like on the big screen?
Wait, it was? Sorry?
Like stunting, like to do
Stunt work or whatever?
Yeah, like a zombie movie.
It's like I feel like the only way you'd get stunt work as a parkour person is if someone that was like, oh, I need a roof gap for this movie. I'm pretty sure a stuntman is like an actual thing where you need to like pass a course or something. And like I don't even know. It's some weird thing like that. But like it's not something I would ever pursue or go out of my way. If it the opportunity came, yeah, I would do it. Like why not?
Right.
Like didn't that guy Meech Todorovic isn't he doing? Did he do like stunt work for the Avengers and stuff? I'm pretty sure he did.
There's a lot of free runners and parkour enthusiasts. For instance, who you're talking about, and Katie McDonald, she does lots of things. Yeah, for like Wonder Woman, and she did the Star Wars. Ray did this awesome with like the speeder was coming at her. And she did this back thing with a lightsaber, and I'm just like, I've seen enough now. That's all I need to see. That's the best part of the movie.
I feel like a lot of that isn't even necessarily how good you are. It's like the opportunity that comes your way. Because Store for example got they did like some movies with Michael Bay, but they're not like huge stuntman guys. Which you'd think if you're trying to be like that in parkour, that would be the path to take. Just film a bunch of videos of you like doing jumps, but like I don't think it really goes anywhere. It's just what you do. It's just fun.
Yeah, I think it's just a paycheck if you need some quick cash or something, right?
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to them, anyway.
Yeah, you have to alter your training and stuff. You have to like train.
Yeah, and then you're gonna get hurt like on set after a while, right? I would
honestly, if you do a movie for like a year and you're gonna make like $500,000 for it, or like $250,000 for your stunt work, like that's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, you're gonna put your body through it too. So I don't know. You're young, you can take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it would be a sacrifice, though.
That's possible.
Have to be you wouldn't be able to do your regular training and having the kind of fun.
Maybe,
it could be a job.
I've thought about that, but I also like at my job, I'm going up and down stairs all days, and like I thought my legs would be completely done, but like I just get used to it, honestly.
True, actually. All right, well, I have one more question, maybe two. And the first one is, what's your favorite move?
My favorite move, nothing in specific, but like anything that like has a full run up and like you're jumping as hard as you can, just like huge stuff.
That's totally you. Okay, so how would you explain that to someone who's a beginner in parkour?
Like, how would I explain like what my favorite move is?
Yeah, like the power you have to accentuate to get up to whatever height that you're trying to get, or tack, or reach, or punch off the wall, or however.
Like how would I explain to a very beginner, like if they were trying to attempt it themselves, or?
Yeah, like, whoa, dude, how did you do that?
Oh, okay, like that kind of stuff. Well, usually when people see someone do something like a really big jump, their brain goes like, "Oh, like that looks doable." So I feel like when people see that, they're like, like I've even had friends tell me like, oh, like a big jump to like a ledge, like it looks like, oh, anybody could do that. But like, I guess like if I had to describe it, I would just say like, oh, it's just how it looks, like just run and jump, like that's
Run
basically
and jump. Cross your fingers.
it. Like all the progressions I've done are just like watching videos and like, oh, I'm just gonna try that, and then just trying it.
Oh, you're one of those people, hey? Like, I can't read music, but I could do it from ear, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I know when what you were trying to, describe there. When I first started doing precisions, it was what was his name? Oh, his name escapes me right now. Anyways, he's just like jump a foot from this position to the other block over there. So a foot, like 12 centimeters kind of thing. And I really, that was so challenging for me at first. Like
Like
to
a
jump actual, like, no, not centimeters, 12,
inches.
anyways, inches. Well, no, 12, like a shoe size. And for me to like take 2 feet off the ground and land 2 feet on the bar at the same time was so difficult for
Well, I
me.
guess also like, but like
It was,
if you just do the right progressions, it's
oh,
like you just like if you just like the rail lower to the ground, it's I don't know, like it's also just like a big mental thing, like just getting over the
it is. It
you
totally is a mental thing.
know,
Yeah.
like that there's like you might hurt yourself like that and just get over that like even with like small stuff that like that you could just like scrape your shin really bad and it would hurt really bad, like that's
Uh,
it's that's like a possibility. It's harder to like make yourself go for it.
Totally. It's like
You kind of,
breaking through a neural pathway or something like that, you know?
Like a dirt pathway.
A neural pathway,
Oh,
like
neural.
like making
Yeah,
new
yeah,
links in
yeah.
your brain.
You're rewiring your brain's like fear center if you're like constantly pushing yourself over mental challenges.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Tom? Sorry.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, just learning that, like, it is a skill in itself, right? Like learning how to kind of push away the negative thoughts.
That's probably the most important skill in progressing in parkour because like a lot of times it's hindering you from like from learning a move is being too scared to go for it. Or like if you look at a guy like Dom, like a lot like uh, like like if you've seen his, yeah, I followed him for like 5 years or whatever, and his progression with a lot of moves, like he can't do a move, and then he like kind of gets it sloppily in the gym, and he just goes straight to concrete, and next thing you know, he's doing like a precision with it and stuff. So it's like really more about and he doesn't get injured that much, so it's like more about like being able to like push yourself versus it's like which is more important than like maybe like being able to learn the skill itself a bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's your being able to make those attempts
Yeah,
is
because
the
a lot of
biggest thing.
yeah, like a lot of parkour moves are like broken down to like you have to attempt it like 4 or 5 times. And some people will attempt it like 30 times. They just can't get over that block. Or like somebody like Dom will attempt it like 5 times and be able to like push it further every time, which is really
Mm.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for people, yeah, when they're starting parkour, like
Yeah, it's really hard when
if
you start the hardest part. You have to get about
they,
learning curve.
they have to get used to saying yes and following through.
Oh,
Yeah.
the worst blockage.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I think that's why I plateaued when I started when I was like 12 or 13 because I didn't really wasn't really into it enough, and to like get over to like want to actually get over the mental block, you have to like be like into it enough and like really want to get this whatever move.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if
that,
you're not like like screw it, it's not worth it.
hmm No, it makes a lot of sense. I can see a lot of people getting out of parkour just because of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hmm
Well, how do you feel about doing some top fives here?
Some top. What do you mean?
So I'll just like have a few things. Like first one I got is your top five training spots.
Mm.
So maybe we can do like top five places you have already trained at.
Okay. That's a tough one. That's like because like so many different things about different spots. It's more like about like a challenge that I like. But like spots like probably like U of M because it has so much. There's so much variety of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best. Like pretty condensed area of lots of.
Yeah, it's a little city of like, and there was nobody there last year because of COVID. Although when Ben and I went, we one of the security guards came out, and they had like I couldn't tell if they were a cop or not because they had like a belt with a bunch of like pouches and gear and stuff on them, and they were like, and they pointed at Ben like, we saw you on TikTok because he did that video where he slipped off the roof.
Really?
They got like over 3 million views, and and we just and she was like calling somebody on the radio, and we just booked it out of there. But like I don't know if they because I know they have like a car with like a cage in the back and shit. Like I don't know if they can arrest you. Not that they would have caught us, but
They can detain you for police to arrest you. They have no power, basically. But we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah. So U of M first one. What's the next?
Probably the Forks, I guess.
Yeah.
Forks is classic. What else? That I went to Pinawa Dam this summer, and there's a lot of potential for really like sick water challenges, even though you don't know what's under the water.
So there's like some rebar.
Yeah, like maybe I'll like try to belly flop.
Jesse, I see you throwing down at the dam all the time. Like it's your backyard or something.
If I lived by there, I'd go out there all the time.
Oh, every time I see like footage or my footage or whatever, I'm just like, oh, Jesse would do this so easily.
I think I've only done like one jump there, like across like two things, but like there's some like huge arm jumps over water and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really,
Well, maybe we'll set something up for this year if anyone's down.
go out there of like water challenges at the Pinawa Dam, and it would be like store level of like entertaining.
I'll film.
Yeah.
Get impaled by rebar.
Ugh,
Have a clickbait title.
never happened. Yeah.
Just a piece of rebar through you, thumbs up.
Too many
I survived.
Still have the rebar to show it.
Wait, so was that 2 spots? That was 3 spots. The fourth spot would be. Oh man, I already forget like everything in Winnipeg. There's so many like just little spots scattered about in Winnipeg. Like that's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to think. Like
you can't really just say like down.
Yeah. I don't know discount spot, but that roof gap at U of W.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The parquet.
Yeah.
That's a nice roof gap. That's a spot, I guess.
Oh, I want to do that one day in my life. One day. I just want I just want my heart like pumping outside of my chest.
The ground consistently.
I love
How
that one.
far is up?
Is
The
it
what?
12 feet?
Oh, how far is it?
Yeah.
It's
Like what's the gap distance?
kind of hard to tell when you're high up, but like on the ground, and the lip goes further than the ground. So
Yeah.
ground is probably like an alley width. So it's not like that physically, like especially the downwards jump. Like it's not physically hard. Like it's just,
Did you standing precision that?
no. I've only done the run. Like I've only done.
I feel like that's standing precision
Yeah.
able.
It. I guess it just looks kind of cooler if you're just running.
Yeah.
It's
Nice
super hard.
stride in there.
You show up and then security's there.
I would never run in security there.
You have never run into security there. Matt, you just show up with a backpack on the top of the roof and everyone's like, hey, get down.
Well, like Ben and I discussed this. And we're like, okay, every time we're gonna do a roof gap, we're gonna scope it out from the ground and then go up there and either do it or don't do it like within like a minute or 2 minutes. So we're even if somebody did call the cops and the fire department came, you'd be gone. So like
Good for
no,
you.
but
I like that.
Yeah.
Is there one more?
One more. Hmm. I haven't trained in enough spots. Winnipeg just sucks.
Ah!
Have you traveled anywhere for any parkour? Like,
No.
have you been outside of the city or outside
Uh,
the?
not really. No.
Oh, you're gonna be fresh once you leave here.
I just can't. That's why I want to go traveling next year. Because I'm just gonna go like country to country, all the best spots, just film a bunch of stuff, progress.
Yeah. So with wanting to go to other places, what are your top 5 places you want to train at?
Uh,
Follow-up question.
I don't know about top 5, but I know all of Europe because it's like the there. Australia looks awesome because there's a decent community growing there of like people who are getting pretty good.
Ah,
And yeah, Europe and Australia. That's basically like those are the 2 places I want to go traveling in. And I feel like you could spend like maybe like a month in Australia, and then like you can spend months in Europe just traveling from country to country training.
oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Cambridge for sure. Cambridge like
Uh,
definitely roofs.
Classic.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cambridge, great
spots.
one.
I want to do that jump that Phil Doyle did. The like it's
Nice.
like an upwards one that went kind of viral. I don't know if you guys know which the one I'm talking
Oh
about.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
I did, yeah, totally.
that's
yeah,
massive.
yeah.
You want to do
There's
that one?
Do that
a
maybe.
lot of good jumps.
Well,
So
I think our time is pretty good there. Hey, Tom?
could keep going all day,
You guys
all
I
have
night
like
long.
that. I like that.
Yeah, I guess we can. Yeah, we're getting kind of long. Keep it shorter for listeners here.
yeah.
The one last thing I want to ask is just one piece of advice.
Oh,
So it could be anything to new people or people who've been doing parkour a bit longer. What's like one crucial thing you would
So like
say someone
somebody
to
who
do?
so somebody who's like I want to get really good at parkour. Like, what advice would you give me? That kind of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I always remember I wish I'd started younger because you had more time. But if I'd give advice to like somebody who's young, like just like ask yourself if this is something you actually want to do seriously, and then realize if you don't want to do it seriously, you're probably not going to get that good at it. So
So
Hmm.
fair.
like just take it over like even like something simple as a mental barrier. You have to like really want it. But if you have like a group of friends who's like really into that, or if you can get some of your friends into it, it'll become a lot more fun, and you can like make your own little community, and that'll motivate you to like want to go out and do it and actually get better at it.
Right.
'Cause I think a lot of people who got really good, they had like a little community like Phil Doyle and Kai Willis, like them two, like they like started parkour like around the same time and like got really good together. Or like Store, they're like a whole team and they they started parkour
Yeah.
together. Yeah, it's like good to have like people who you do it with. Yeah.
Good advice.
Yeah, you know what, Jesse, when you said that, brought me back to fantastic gymnastics about like showing up what was it, Tuesdays or Fridays? What day was it? Can't remember.
Is there something?
Something. And just like ha- having the encouragement to first of all show up, pay your $10, put your shoes on and off, depends on what you're practicing, and to actually go and go and go and know that these eyes are on you and watching what you're practicing. But you're right. You go in there like every week to practice the same thing you practiced last week. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, you're not even practice that thing anymore because you've just progressed. It's so
Yeah,
true.
yeah, and once you progress like past a certain point, it becomes a lot more fun. You can just like
Hmm.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people could lose themselves at that point because I could see myself getting lost at that point if I didn't have that compassion, like just for the sport, to keep on coming back. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I think once you get like a bit better, it becomes more fun, and then you're like the motivation kind of carries itself. It's like starting it. It's like with anything, starting it is the hardest part, I guess.
true.
Yeah.
So cliche. Every mile walk starts with the first step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true though.
Yeah.
Always the hardest one. All right. Well, I guess we can wrap it up there. We'll do our kind of outro and fake goodbyes.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah, that
keep
was great.
talking after. But okay. Well, thanks everyone for watching or listening. If you're on YouTube, sure to like and subscribe, comment. We'll respond. If you're on a podcast app, just rate it, share it. It helps us. And thanks, Jesse, for doing this with us, taking time out of your day. It's been
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Jesse. Please, everyone listening, check out this guy. He is nuts. Reply on something on what
Yeah.
what you watch. You'll be blown away. I do anyway.
Yeah, there'll be
And
a link to his to Jesse's Instagram in this page or under the video, whatever you're watching or listening on.
however that works. And tune into some more casts coming up.
Peace.
All right.
Bye bye.